Hello, I'm Alan. Join me as I hike 3,000 kilometers from the southernmost tip of mainland Japan to the northernmost, exclusively on foot, walking a half marathon every day for 5 months. I don't think he saw me. Really? Really can't see me? He was standing right here. There's no way he came along here twice and didn't see me right there. That beast. I must not have rolled it right. Trying to force it in. Now you can see how perfect that patch of sand was. What in the world is this? No. Bought the wrong tape. See it. I mean, it's a clear sky. How can you not see them? Decided to check out the airport. I thought maybe I could have a cheeky sleep there. Definitely have Wi-Fi. It'd be a bit boring sleeping at an airport. So I just came to the beach, which is very close by, and discovered this little wood, which is quite lovely. And I mean, there's plenty of places to sleep here and would never be noticed, certainly not in the dark. I can't imagine too many people come walking along here. It's a huge field. Perfect. And it's a balmy 11 degrees tonight. There's a 24-hour Family Mart right there in case I need the toilet or I get the munchies, and also for the morning so I can grab some breakfast. So I think I'm going to set up camp somewhere here. That seems like a good idea. Right here behind some trees seems like good a place as any. Can barely see the traffic or hear it, nor would anyone see me. Certainly not in the dark, but even in the daytime they'd struggle. The ground is super soft. Right, this is it. Let's get set up. All with the engine running, nobody inside. Yeah. Hopefully this will last. But now I've got a roll of tape and I don't really want to carry it around. I saw another black man. We gave each other a little nod. He knew what was going on. Another nice man offered me a lift, and turns out he was actually going the other way. So he would have driven me to the next town and then doubled back and go back on his way. How nice is that? You may have noticed that I am only in a t-shirt for the first time. I'm gonna make a prediction. There will no longer be sub 8-degree nights from here on in. Hopefully. Which is kind of the cutoff I've set myself. I don't really want to go below 8 degrees. It starts to get uncomfortable then. So the only real thing stopping me from camping now will be either rain. And we have a couple of days of rain coming up in the next 2 days. So yeah, it seems like the weather is finally turning in my favor. Although yesterday I was told that the rainy season is coming in May or June. And May is supposed to be really nice. But yeah, June's gonna get rainy. I may have been wrong with my prediction a few weeks ago. Well, I started pretty late today. Almost, it was something like 1:45. And today was a long day, so I got here just as the sun was going down, and now it's pretty dark. I still got another 20 minutes to go, so I'm nearly there. Staying at a road stop. I'm 1 for 1 at the moment, but it's so mild today, it's not a big deal if I can't. There's one space right there. I just hung out in the supermarket and had some dinner. This place looks super closed. Okay. All right. I guess this is my bed for the night. Do they have Wi-Fi? Yes, they do. Do they have plugs? Yes, they do. I've just had another look at my finances to just try and keep on top of things. I've gone from having to camp or couch surf every 2 out of 3 days to every 3 out of 4 days. And I'm not really sure how that happened. I've been doing really well. I've been keeping track, and I've actually been camping and couch surfing more than I needed to. For example, now I thought I had 2 more hostel days in the bank, as it were. But yeah, it looks like I now need to camp even more. I've also had a look at potential couch surfers over the next week or so, and there's absolutely no one. After Toyama, that'll be my last couch surf for a good while. That's not surprising because I'm in the middle of nowhere, so there'll be a lot of camping. That's alright, 3 out of 4. I didn't think I could do 2 out of 3, and that's been working out quite well. So 3 out of 4, I can do it. I can do it. My home for the night. Okay, so I'm sitting here doodling in my notebook. This guy walks up to me and he asks me what I'm doing, etc. And you know, we go through the same spiel. He's very impressed. His mate turns up and he sort of tells him, and you know, charming guys. Then he starts telling me about his religion. I think he's a Buddhist. He was telling me how his elbow used to hurt, and it's been healed through prayer. And I thought, yeah, that's very nice. And he asked me what my religion was and if we could pray together. But then he said, oh no, but we can't do it here. We have to go to Toyama, which is actually where I'm going tomorrow. And he said they would drive me there and then drive me back. And I thought about it for a minute. It was about 9 o'clock at the time. When friends tell me something, I assume they mean well. Whatever they're saying is coming from a good place. But with strangers, I've noticed that I'm always guarded, which I guess isn't that surprising. But I tend to assume the worst first. And I've noticed this about myself, even on this trip, because I've had nothing but positive experiences. And yet I still do it. I was thinking about this as they were asking me, and I thought, well, I mean, I've got nothing else to do, so yeah, sure, why not? They made a few phone calls to arrange everything. The first guy who started talking to me, as we were leaving, was very excited that I was coming along. He actually had to go off to work, so it was just me and this quite big dude, and we got in the car and we started driving, and at that point I thought, I'm doing it again. I'm assuming the worst right now, but there was nothing to be worried about. I mean, he was a very soft-spoken guy. Like we talked about where he was from, what he was doing. He's a mechanic. He said 10 years ago he used to be a sumo wrestler, but now he does judo. I dropped in there that I did karate, just to sort of let him know. You know, he was impressed by it. So that was a good sign. He didn't perceive it as a threat. And so we got to this place. It was quite far away. It was about a half-hour drive away. And then we were greeted by a man in a suit. He was a bit older. And then we proceeded to go through the ceremony. He gave me, I had to wrap these beads around my fingers. So they're very nice. And we went through the ceremony. It took about 15 minutes. They were using, while they were chanting, they were reading this book. It's all in kanji. It's got the hiragana next to it. Oops, upside down. And then at the end, we were joined by another man. He seemed to be more senior. They filled in some kind of certificate or form and stamped it. They gave me the beads and the book in this lovely pouch. They told me about a rally that was happening in 10 days in Niigata. I'm not sure I'm going to be there on time, but they were asking whether I might be in the area. There's apparently 20,000 people are going to rally then. I think I've been inducted. I think I'm a member. I think at one point even he was trying to, the last man that joined us, I think he was telling me to sort of, on my walk, ask people if they've heard of this religion, and sort of talk to them about it. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. Felt a bit like I was being recruited. Yeah, I think I was. But anyway, it was an experience. He drove me back, literally just dropped me off. We stopped by at a konbini. He insisted that I buy lots of food. So he bought me a ton of food for dinner and for breakfast tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy my milk tea. It's nice and hot. It's growing on me. I mean, it's super sweet, but it's royal milk tea. It's now midnight. I'm gonna finish this food and I'm gonna set up in that corner there. There's nobody here. There's no one in the other room is completely locked down. I've got toilets here, so I'm all good. Yeah, interesting evening. So sorry that I'm so close. I put my camera on around the inside of my jacket and I don't really want to take my bag off and my jacket off. I've just spent the last half an hour walking in the wrong direction and I only just noticed. But not like slightly the wrong angle. I literally went in the opposite direction to where I'm supposed to be going. I've just added almost an hour to my journey, which is not pleasant in the rain. And also my phone battery just died. Right now I'm waiting for it to charge, so I'm kind of going by memory. I think I'm going in the right way. I know roughly I need to go in that direction, so it should be fine. Yeah, I kind of want to get out of this wet weather.